Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope everybody's doing well, inshallah. Today I'm here to share with you one of the delicious brioche I have ever tasted recently, and I just fell in love with it. It's not your typical warm brioche. This is served cold brioche, and it's very easy, similar to the one that I already have. The only difference is the syrup and the way to make it and serve it cold, kind of thing. So I have here my ingredients. I have here warm milk, melted butter, some yeast, salt, sugar, feta cheese that I will be using for the filling, some coconut here, and plain flour, 1 egg. That's all the ingredients that are required to make this, and trust me, if you try it, don't blame me, because it's very addictive. So let's get started. First thing first, warm milk in goes into the bowl. To that I'm going to add the yeast and 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to add more, but first this I'm just going to stir it just like that and leave it aside for about 5 minutes until the yeast starts to activate. That way you know you will have a perfect dough basically. So leave that and come back to it. So as you can see, it's nice and very foamy. This is how I know I will not lose my hard work. So to that I'm just going to add egg, melted butter goes in, and the remaining sugar, that goes in, and salt around a teaspoon goes in. Stir that, make sure the sugar has dissolved, and then we are ready to add the plain flour. I'm using just plain flour, no self-raising, no nothing, because I've already used yeast in this. So in goes the flour. We're going to add the flour bit by bit. That's how I like to control. I don't like adding everything at once. So mix that in. Around 5 cups of plain flour. So mix that until it's nice and smooth. If you're using by hand, it will take you around 7 to 10 minutes to have nice looking smooth dough. So now I'm going to use my hands and work this dough really well. So once you have kneaded your dough really well, nice and smooth, just like that, place it back in the bowl and cover this and leave it to rest for about an hour until it doubles in size, and then come back to it, inshallah. So while the dough is resting, we are going to make the sugar syrup. Here I have just 1 cup of water and 1.5 cup of sugar. I'm just going to let this cook together for about 7-10 minutes until it's kind of all melted together and a little bit thicker. Not too thick, but just a little bit. So after about 10 minutes I'm going to add coconut powder and stir that. It's almost ready. Just set it aside. As you can see, it's not too thick. As it gets cooler, it's going to thicken a little bit. So heat off and set this aside, and it's ready for our brioche later on. Right, the dough has beautifully risen, as you can see. Now we are ready to rock and roll. So all you have to do is make small balls, this size, just like that, and then we're going to roll it and fill it in with the feta cheese, just like that. Make small tiny balls till you've finished everything. So once you have your mini balls ready, sprinkle a little bit of plain flour and roll it just like that. We don't want it to be thick, so I'm just rolling it to be a bit thin. Just keep on rolling like that. You don't have to have a perfect shape, just roll. This thin. Get your feta cheese, place it in the middle, just like that, and then just fold in like so. Simple and easy. So rolling it, okay, just like that, this thin. Your cheese, I like feta cheese because this will be sweet, so the feta cheese kind of, with its saltiness, it's great combination together. So going to roll this like that, and then place it on your baking tray. It's kind of a bit of a process, but trust me, it's so worth it and you won't regret it. So just take the time and do your bit till you have everything finished. So I have rolled all of them, as you can see, and now I'm just going to brush with egg wash, just like that, all around. I have preheated my oven to 170 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for about 20 minutes until it's thoroughly baked and nice and golden color on top. Apart from the rolling, it's easy peasy, guys, so don't let the rock and roll put you off, because you will love this, I guarantee you. So just go all around, and this is now ready to be baked at 170 degrees for about 20 minutes to 25 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is. So let's bake this and I'll see you soon. Right, it's out of the oven and it smells amazing, amazing, and it is to die for. Look how soft this is. Oh my god. So the final step, okay, the final step for this is, first of all, we're going to soak it with the sugar syrup that we've made with the coconut powder, and just let it sit. I'm going to, once it comes to a room temperature, I'm going to place it in the fridge, okay, for at least a couple of hours. As I said, this is served cold brioche, so somehow kind of a dessert more than a sweet brioche. So let this sit and soak in really well. And since I am condensed milk fan, I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of condensed milk. as I said, I'm just going to wait for it to come to a room temperature and then place it in the fridge for a couple of hours, let all this sugar syrup soak in, and then serve it. So I'll see you in about a couple of hours. And one more thing that I wanted to say, the reason why I added coconut is it just gives this amazing flavor and smell to it. You won't believe it until you try. So that's it. If you want, you can use condensed milk as I've used, but it's totally optional. So this will go in the fridge in about half an hour, and then I'll see you soon. As you can see, all this juice here sitting from the sugar syrup has to. So it's been a couple of hours and I just cannot wait to try this. Oh my god, I have been craving for it for such a long time. Oh my god, let me just show you how it looks inside with the cheese, the feta cheese. All you need is a cup of coffee and you are sorted. Amazing. It is so good. I hope you give it a go and try it, and inshallah hope you like it as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel, and until next time, I will see you soon.